Hello everyone, this is Termuse, and I'm picking up where I left off in Doki Doki New Eyes. Where did I leave off? We are going into the third day? Right, this will be the day after the argument, and presumably Natsuki's memory has been erased or something. So we'll see how that fits in. Anyway, is there a line before that? Yeah, okay, anyway. Excuse me, did you say something? A small figure appears in front of me. Natsuki. She was probably looking for something in the closet. I didn't notice her. Oh, Natsuki, hello. I'm not sure about how I'm supposed to apologize about yesterday. She looked busy. I'll read a little, I guess. Sure, I'll get back to work. She hasn't brought up what happened yesterday. I'm relieved in a way, but I'll really have to apologize, and it'd honestly be better if Tormies were here to see me do it. Were to see me do it. You'd say I'm an honest person. An honest person. Usually you don't pronounce the H in honest, so you say an honest person. As if it starts with a vowel. Anyway, moving on. I see I'm an honest person after all. I sit down at my table and I grab my book in my bag, and in the end, I've totally forgotten about it. I barely read the last couple of days. Well, I guess I have circumstances. Huh. I sound just like Natsuki. I shake my head as I keep reading my book where I left it off last time. I guess she's reading. I immediately jerk up. Oh, hey. The, Siri images there again. I immediately jerk my head up as soon as I hear them. Quiet, quick footsteps. These are Tormies. I know it. I recognize them. Recognize with an S. I think there is a dialectical spelling of recognize with an S instead of a Z. I guess it depends where you're from. Anyway, I see the top of his hair through the door's window. I immediately stand up. I'll be the first to greet him today. The door slides open and my heart skips a beat. Welcome back, Tormies. Ah, hi, Yuri. I look behind me. Natsuki's peacefully reading some manga at her desk and isn't paying attention to us. Manga isn't here yet either. Now's my chance. I grab Tormies' arm and I gently lead him to the corner of the room. I take a deep breath. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. There we go. For some reason, I feel like I'm being much more sincere with Tormies than with Monica. It feels genuine. I really, really want to apologize. I'm not usually such an aggressive and horrible person, am I? Yuri, I'm happy that you were considered and apologized. Yeah, he sure does. He sure looks happy. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. Or whatever it was, didn't make me think any less of you. I already decided there was no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. My heart speeds up again. Such a considerate person. Such a perfect person. Ah, Tormies, don't say those things so... Sorry, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? I'm startled by Natsuki's sudden interruption. This wasn't the right moment. No I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't seen either? No, I haven't. Just why is her tone so normal? She's definitely acting like nothing happened yesterday. Why? Is she just making fun of me? Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's a bit stupid, but I can't help but worry about it a little bit. What's going on? Why is she acting this way? What? Why are you looking at me like that? I need to apologize, even if she acts like nothing happened. Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? So she totally forgot about what? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? but I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. And here's another line where, like, this is all of this has been canon dialogue so far. This scene, except for the couple lines from Natsuki at the beginning. And here's again where it doesn't line up with Sukadev's reimagining of the canon, because like his version, they've always been friends. So this line, "I was always afraid you secretly hated me," doesn't fit as well. It doesn't fit at all, really. I mean, the original canon states that like they hardly knew each other before Joy. I mean, they hardly knew each other before the start of the game, really. Like all indications are they've like barely talked to each other at all. And like even the poem sharing was their first time really interacting. So this line sort of fits in that respect. You know, Natsuki's got her insecurities, and she's worried that Yuri hates her. But if they've been lifelong friends, then this line doesn't fit anymore. So it's just, again, you know, I know I keep harping on it, but it's just it's causes confusion about what their characters are. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. What's going on with this turn of events? Why is Natsuki forgiving me so easily? I must look like a total idiot in front of Tormuse. She turns to him and lifts an eyebrow. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Before I get the time to tell Natsuki to stop being annoying, the club door swings open. I should have expected that. I'm sorry. I'm super sorry. Why'd you come from that side? The door's on this side. Anyway. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. Why took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. What Monka just said piqued my interest. Musical instruments are something I feel irresistibly drawn to. Irresistibly drawn to, eh? Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. To give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... She glances at Tormuse before stopping mid-sentence. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I will let you down, Tormuse. She smiles at Tormuse sweetly. Just what is her problem? If she wants to be closer to him too, she should tell me or us. Okay. This is like a polyamory thing going on. I don't think that's the kind of thing that's on Sukadev's radar either. Anyway, moving on. I feel some kind of burning pain in my arm. Suddenly I feel someone tugging at the bottom of my shirt. Turn to see Natsuki. I'm at that thing yesterday. Wait, what? So what, she does remember? Oh, do you remember now? No, I don't. Mind telling me what it was about? Maybe I've been unintentionally mean or something. Oh, if I tell her what happened yesterday, she may end up remembering it, and what then? She may use that to try to get the advantage of Tormuse. No, I'm not letting this happen. That was nothing. I may have overreacted a little, that's it. Overreacted, sorry, with 3 R's. Sorry. Oh, alright. Fine. Glad you feel better about this, though. Again, it stands out when it's non-canon dialogue inserted like that. Yeah, moving on. Don't even answer, and I immediately look in Tormi's direction. Monica doesn't speak to him anymore, and it looks like he's once again awkwardly standing there. I walk up to him. Excuse me. I walk up to him. Tormis, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Ah, I suppose so. Don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, Natsuki this, Natsuki that. She's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Hey, that's neat. Image of Yuri stabbing herself in the background there. Incomplete with blood, it looks like. Premonition. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Okay, this is interesting. This is... this seems to be merging dialogue from Natsuki's and Yuri's roots. I've studied them enough to... Because, I don't even, maybe I shouldn't even bother. I'm not even going to bother describing what happens in the original game. I'm just going to go on. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. What am I saying? Whenever I'm close to Tormis, I just can't control the way I act. I lose all my composure and I stutter. This is embarrassing. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. This comprehensive smile of his. I wish I could. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. I take a deep breath, and I grab the book I was reading in my bag. We both stay silent as I open it to a page where I stopped last time. All the letters don't seem to make sense, though. This feeling his warmth as he's next to me, it makes me unable to read properly. I quickly glance at him. He should be reading by now. He's glancing at me just now. Was he really looking at me? I try looking at him once again, only to be met with his gaze. Sorry, this is kind of confusing sequence of sentences here. Whatever, move on. I immediately hide my face behind my book. This is much tougher than I expected it to be. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... What? This isn't just... Okay, this is... What are you doing here? You're taking bits of different parts of the root and like splicing them in different places. Like this bit, these lines here is these are the Natsuki root of Act 2, and then it's the Yuri root of Act 2, and then it jumps back to it looks like it's jumped back to when MC first starts approaching her, whereas before this is let's find a place to sit. It's when she approaches him in the Act 2 version. I don't know. It's just a bit confusing. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so. That's a book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason, Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? How am I supposed to tell him I have so many versions of this book? For some reason, I felt the impulsive need to buy every single edition they had at the bookstore. There's a retcon. That'll just make me look weird. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. The bookstore yesterday? She didn't go to the bookstore yesterday. I don't think she's gone to the bookstore at all at any point in this entire game. Or entire mod, I should say. Now that I think about it. Anyway. Ah, I see. Jeremy pauses for a few seconds, obviously not very convinced by my explanation. However, it seems like he gave up. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. What's the story about, anyway? Well, out of context, the story sounds really weird, and maybe it is, but I find something relatable about it, even if I can't pinpoint what it is. Never really thought about it or tried to word it. I just know it makes me feel something. Maybe it's about how impulsive the protagonist can be, or about how violent she can be with herself. It's a bit like myself in a way, except it doesn't make her feel good. Termies will most likely understand, though. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, and not the thing about the limbs. That's awkward. I did my best to make the story sound interesting. That's kind of... the confused look on his face indicates that he's not really interested at all. This is even more disappointing than I thought. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Tormuse? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Why am I even apologizing in the first place? You cut out the suddenly line. Wait, there it is. I guess it just skipped past it. Anyway. I want to bring Tormius to love me for who I am. I guess I just want to make sure he doesn't feel like I'm a selfish person. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Oh. So that definitely was something that flashed by. Boy. My whole body gets incredibly... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. This is curious. Like, it's copy-paste but from the game, but... there's some lines out of order here. There's supposed to be a line when I let books occupy my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly, and then that goes away and says I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Anyway, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you didn't have to, but I didn't see something flash on his face there. You don't have to, but I just got really excited. He wants to read it. Well, we'll get something to talk about, won't we? I can't wait. My entire body feels hot by thinking about this all. What are you saying? Well, let me just get the book. Yeah, here, moving on. Let me just get the book. He chases the book from his bag. We both have the same volume. It's a bit like we're connected, right? This is exciting. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? He sits right next to me. I can feel it, his body heat right next to mine. I take a deep breath. Yeah, Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, I'll just tell you if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. We both start reading our own books. Still the same issue. I just can't focus on my book at all. This time I make sure Torby doesn't spot me as I stare at him. He's peacefully reading his own book. His focused look is so... I can't describe it. It makes me feel weird. Before I know it, I'm reading his book too. It makes it easier for me. It's like the proximity makes me feel calmer, more relaxed, more focused. Torby suddenly glances at me. My heart skips a beat. Oh, sorry, did it skip over another line there? Nope. Never mind. I guess I'm getting paranoid about skipping over lines, because it keeps doing that. Like, it jumps ahead on its own. Sorry. Just like that. I was just bathing in the feeling your body heat. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? He slides his desk until it's up against mine, and he holds the book between the two of them. I suppose so. There's my book. Is this really okay? I can't feel any happier than I am now, though it's not happiness. It's a feeling I can't understand. A feeling that makes my heart burn and my body ache. Guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. He holds the left side of the book in order for him to read more easily. Terry proceeds to do the same on his side, holding the right side of the book. Can't help but notice how complementary our movements feel when he flips a page as I slide under my thumb. But there's one thing bothering me. Why is my heart beating so fast? Our bodies are so close to each other. Take a deep breath. Calm down. We have to keep reading. Nothing more. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. You both continue reading the book. Every time I finish reading, Tormy slips the page without even asking. It's like our minds are synchronized. The silence between us is somehow very relaxing, just the sound of paper and my heartbeat. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Just what? Just what does he mean? Not so soon, right? If he learns about what I do. Don't I want him to, though? No. What am I supposed to do? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. What's going on? What's this burning feeling in my chest? I feel relieved, but somehow my body hurts because, in a way, I hoped you'd understand. Yuri, are you feeling alright? You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. This is the music stopping and starting. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Put my hand on my chest to feel my heartbeat. It's so fast. What's happening? I feel this urge. This isn't good. This really isn't good. Is it because I'm so close to Tormy's? I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. I stand up and I rush out of the classroom. My heart, my body, everything feels so hot and weird. Tormy's body. I need to drink something. My breathing is irregular and I feel like I'm about to faint. I can't forget it. Tormy's smell. It makes me want to use his pen. More. My stomach hurts. I walk as fast as I can to the nearest bathroom, trying not to fall. I stumble way too much. I can't breathe. My heart's beating so fast I can feel my blood in my entire body. I drink a bit of water from the sink. I feel dizzy, but the cold water feels a bit better. I look at my arms. I hadn't noticed it, but my left arm is shaking uncontrollably. I lift my sleeve. I feel a grin on my face as I stare at the deep wounds. Oh, did she lose her healing factor? Her super healing powers? I start scratching my wounds, reopening most of them. All this blood on the floor. I want to see Tormy's. I want his body to be mine. I want all of him. His body warmth, his smile. No one else deserves him except me. More blood, more cuts, more feelings, more warmth, more of him. Never enough. I look at my reflection. My arm is all messed up and there's blood everywhere on the floor. However, I'm smiling. I don't know why, I just know I am, because Tormes is going to be mine, and no one will change that. No one has control over me. I chuckle as I wash my arm under the sink. One day, I'll show him. I'll have him taste my blood. I stumble out of the classroom, not looking behind me. The classroom? You mean the bathroom? There's still blood on the floor, but it doesn't really matter. It's just blood. Once again, I feel my heart rush a little. The closer I get to the room, the more I feel this weird warmth. It makes my muscles twitch, and it gives me that boost of adrenaline. I can't get enough of it. I walk to the club room and I enter without knocking. Everyone's here. Seems like they're all ready to share poems. Haven't they waited for me? Hasn't Tormes waited for me? I stay silent and I walk to my desk. I can feel Tormes' pen in my pocket. For some reason, it makes me feel incredibly good to have it. He held this pen. He even used it. I'm holding a part of Tormes in my pocket. He's already talking with Natsuki, exchanging poems. There's no doubt he'd have chosen me if I were here, right? He chose her because I couldn't be here. She doesn't deserve to read his poem. His poem is mine. I clench my fists. I glare at Natsuki, who's just talking to Tormes. She doesn't even look like she's having fun. Monika, what are you... Well, I should be asking you that. That look on your face made me really worried. Do you hate Tormes or something? No! There's my voice. How dare she say something like that? I'm shaking with anger. Why would you say that? I was just thinking, that's it. Oh, I see. Thinking about something in particular? Just what is going on with her? I hate that inquisitive personality of hers. Tell me, why should I tell you about my thoughts? Why do you care that much? Because it clearly seems like you're interested in something. I think you're just being... Hey now, calm down, will you? I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. Actually, you're not supposed to be feeling this way. I didn't intend it to go this way. I'm sorry. We'll have to see where this goes. Okay, and again, this... more wondering about what are Monika's motivations? Like, what is she trying to do? I mean, like the implication in that added scene with all the endless corridors turning right, and so on. Like, I was kind of under the impression that, I don't know, Monika was trying to drive her mad or make her think she's mad or something like that. And wanted to make sure she had the knife. But, like, she sent Yuri into the room so she could find the knife, and then even when Yuri didn't bring it home, she made the knife appear again. Or maybe Yuri's being an unreliable narrator and she brought the knife home anyway, but yeah, like, now Monika's saying, you're not supposed to be feeling this way. I didn't intend it to go this way. So, like, what are her intentions? Like, what are Monika's motivations? Like, what is she trying to do? Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on. Maybe something will be revealed later. I wanted to share my poem with you, but it seems like you're not really interested in it right now. I'll see you later. I sigh as Monika walks away. The more I stay in the club, the more I realize Tormes is the only good person in here. There's only one person that can make me feel good. Monika and Natsuki are merely other people, without any soul or personality. I snap back to reality as I see him walking towards me. I immediately smile and my heart races just like every time he looks at me. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've been to for today. And these are Natsuki words. It's the same. The first poem is the same as the Act 1 first poem. The second poem is the same as the Act 2 Act 1 second poem. I'm noticing. Anyway, James's poem is absolutely incredible. My hands are shaking. His words, they're piercing my heart. Do you like it? James, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. I swallow. He wrote it. Thanks to me. This makes me want to, I don't know, it makes me feel weird. like I want to keep it for myself and only myself, both his poem and him. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Tormuse. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Tormuse? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed, but right now I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? I handed my poem for him to read. After a few seconds, I don't even let him talk. It's like I need to get everything out, all my feelings. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out in your pen. A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Another word. Termes turns around and walks away, my poem in hand. He surely understands me, right? He knows my heart is beating for him and only him. Hey, Yuri. How about sharing poems? Oh, you. I'd totally forgotten our original goal here. Sharing poems, huh? Share it with Tormuse, that's more than enough for me. However, before I can protest, Natsuki puts her poem on my table. And where's yours? I gave it to Tormuse. What do you mean you gave it to Tormuse? Without sharing it with the others? Don't you think that's a bit selfish of him? I swear to God, take a shot. Why are you faking it, Natsuki? Huh? What do you mean faking it? Don't you think I know? The things you're feeling, I know about them. There's no need to pretend that you hate him. In fact, you can try all you want. He's mine. You don't need to act like you hate him. In fact, maybe he hates you. Let's move on to your poem, then. Yeah. And again, this is the poem it shows in the Natsuki root of Act 2. Or is it? It's all glitch text, but I don't think it's the same glitch text as because I mean the glitch text that appears here as our second poem is base 64, and it can be converted into English. I'm gonna move on because I remember the original one. I think it had a title at the top, and then the rest of this. Mind you, never mind. I'm just gonna go on. Oh, hello. And what is this supposed to be? Some kind of poem to impress Tormuse? Like you'd like such a mix of pointless words. How pitiful. So, what do you think? Nothing much, really. I don't find it that impressive at all. Why so, you know what, never mind. Thanks for reading. What's wrong with what I said? I've been honest, haven't I? Natsuki's such a kid. I ignore what just happened to focus on Tormuse, who's sitting at a table, blankly staring at the wall. I stand up. Maybe he'd like me to talk to hit. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Well, I need to pause for a moment. So just getting more water. It's important to stay hydrated when doing so much reading. Anyway. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Yeah, something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Here's another argument breaks out, right? Monica, always at the wrong moment. I sigh. They all gather at the front of the class. Luckily, I end up being next to Tormuse. It looks like he's focused on Monica, though. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. I nod. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Tormuse joined, and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festivals are our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? You already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why I think we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Tormuse? I was wondering where he was. Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Tormuse to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Tormuse joined. Yeah, you see? Like, once again, like lines. This is original canon dialogue. Yuri never talked, whereas in this new version of the canon, they've been lifelong friends and they talk all the time. So this line doesn't fit anymore. Anyway, as for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Tormuse isn't even passionate about literature in the first place, and that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Even I'm surprised. Natsuki, why would Natsuki say such things? She's just making herself look like a fool in front of Tormuse. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Tormuse want to get more members too, right? Tormuse and I both stay silent. I'm a bit indifferent to the situation, to be honest. As long as I can spend more time with Tormuse, it sounds good to me, but Natsuki's paper upset me. Upsets me, perhaps? Or, I guess upset, or does it mean upset past tense? Slipping into past tense is weird. I know I sometimes act a little aggressive, but she went way too far. No, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Tormuse, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, you can sense his hesitation. He's so talented with literature, though. There has to be a honest reason for his presence, right? And honest. In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. Why do I feel so apathetic? I should be feeling sad for Monica, but instead I just feel sad for Tormuse. The look on his face clearly shows he's bothered by this situation. I feel anger slowly boiling inside of me. Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. Now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Tormuse, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. She starts picking up her things. What's going on with her? Why don't she stand up and fight? Is she that weak? What? What kind of line is that? Like she just finished lambasting everyone. What do you? Never mind. I'm moving on. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. She ignores me and walks out of the classroom. I can't help but feel a little bothered. Everything's so weird. I can't tell if I'm being apathetic or if I'm actually concerned. But am I really concerned about Natsuki? No, I despise her. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Tormuse? What do you want to get out of this club? It was clear that he didn't answer Monica's question on purpose. I really want an answer. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. I couldn't have said anything better than that. Despite his vague answer, I think I can see how passionate he is about this all. Maybe he'll get that passionate about me, right? I silently chuckle. Each member contributes all their own qualities in a special way. With each change of members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. I nod. I'm not really willing to, but if it's Tormuse's will, I'll obey. I'll always obey him. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. For some reason, I can't bring myself to be grateful. Monica's words sounded genuine, of course, but I don't know, I just can't bring myself to appreciate them, or her. If only these words were Tormuse's. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. I nod. Okay, I look forward to it. I turn to Tormuse and I smile. His face immediately brightens my mood. Shall we go, Tormuse? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Tormuse before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Is that so? Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves at me as I exit the club room. It was curious reaction. She went from being all about MC to just hoo and I'll trust your judgment, and she leaves. Okay. Yeah, speaking of confusing motivations. Confusing and conflicting motivations. Oh, excuse me. Moving on. I chuckle as I exit the room. What is she thinking? That I'm going to let her have Tormuse for herself? Not that stupid. She should know that. I sit down on a bench quite far from the school entrance, but I'm not planning to move from here, not until Tormuse gets out. I wish I could have stayed longer in front of the room, but I'm sure Monica would have spotted me. I would have had trouble explaining why I was eavesdropping. Now relax. No need to be so tense. I just have to wait a little, and Tormuse will soon be here. I immediately stand up. There he is. He's the only one to exit the building, though. Well, this is interesting. Here's some divergence from the canon. Is Monica still inside? Doesn't really matter anyway. Keep a bit of a distance between Tormuse and I, but I follow him out of the school grounds. I'm allowed to see him some more. There isn't anything wrong with that. He's silent. He doesn't look around, neither does he do anything other than walking. Such a confident stance. Get a bit closer to him. Seems like he hasn't noticed me yet, despite the sound of my steps resonating in the empty street. My heart's beating faster and faster again. My body is being problematic. My mind tells me to stay calm, but my entire body goes crazy when he's nearby. I should just embrace this feeling. Tormuse takes a turn left and I follow. We arrive in... Wait. This place looks oddly familiar, but I don't remember coming here. Why? I shake my head as I keep following Tormuse in the street. I could do this all day long. I can't get tired of having him in my sight. Like he's mine, like he can't get away from my grasp, like my eyes will always be on him. He stops in front of a house. Somehow, I get an impression of deja vu. These houses, I'm trying to remember what... That's supposed to be, Sayuri? Please, Yuri, remember me. Nothing is what it seems. Whatever happens, don't listen. Try to fight. Remember, don't let her. I stumbled a little. For some reason I spaced out. I have an uneasy feeling perhaps, but I decided to forget it. Tormes is walking up some stairs leading to a house, presumably his. As he closes the door, I wait in front of his house. It must look a little weird just standing there in front of someone's house, but it doesn't bother me. It's Tormes. Nothing is too much if it's about him. I'll do whatever I have to do for him. Anything. Take a deep breath. This isn't wrong. It's not wrong. I walk up the stairs and I open Tormes' front door. I walk around the house. It feels so incredibly good to visit Tormes' house. It smells like him. It's as if I were destined to be here. I put my hands on the walls. I can feel him. I can feel his presence here. My body is doing weird things again. I start laughing. I don't care if that makes me sound like I'm crazy. I'm crazy for Tormes, and this is more than enough of a reason to act the way I'm acting. Huh? Was that a door? I hear steps coming down the stairs. I take a deep breath. Another message there. Tormes will be happy to see me. Tormes, what are you doing in my house? Okay. Is this a hallucination or what? Who are you? What? Why? What is this? Where am I? What am I supposed to do? Are you alright? What's happening? Tormes, tell me. Tell me. Who am I? Who are you? Where is this? Who are we? Who is Monica? What's going on? What about Monica? What did she tell him? Why is he so different? Just leave me alone. End. Okay, I said hallucination, dream sequence, whatever. Did I fall asleep? I look at the window of the club room. The lights were switched off. So Tormes left already? No. How am I supposed to spend so much time without him? My heartbeat gets faster and I feel my blood pressure increasing. Okay, I need to stay calm. There isn't much I can do now. I have to stay composed. I stand up and I grab my bag. I'll go home and see what I can do once I'm there. Right. The walk feels incredibly monotone. There's only the sound of my steps, nothing else. No birds, no cicadas, nothing. Everything feels dead when Tormes isn't here. I feel dead. I increase my pace. After what feels like an eternity, I finally reach my house. Can't say I'm relieved to be there, but I'm glad I don't have to walk anymore. Just want to rest and think about Tormes today. If you can't be there, you can be inside my head, right? I nod to myself as I walk up the stairs that lead to my front door. I unlock it and I enter my house. As per usual, I drop my bag onto the floor. However, this time I don't head for the couch. I immediately head for the office, with my hand on the doorknob. Without waiting and looking at my right, there on the floor are all the knives I forgot to put away yesterday. I feel my body shaking more and more as I stare at them in awe. I know what I need to do to get over Tormes, even if it's just temporary. I bend down to grab the longest blade I can find. Good, this is really good. I put my finger at the tip of the blade and a drop of blood runs down my hand. I proceed to lick it, tasting its sweet metallic taste. I wish I could taste Tormes, his blood, his lips, him. Tormes, you're mine. Here we go again. Oh, look at me. Look at me, Tormes. All of this for you. Tormes, touch me. Let me touch you. Let us beat each other. Forever and ever. There's barely invisible skin on my arm now. It's all blood, wounds, and sweat. Such an exciting sight. I look at the knife in my right hand. The long, curved blade is covered in blood dripping on the floor. Put the blade on my cheek, smearing my face with blood. I feel so good. I walk back to the living room, my knife still in hand. I leave a trail of blood behind me. I don't really want to clean it up. It looks singular, special. It's my blood, my very own blood, spilled for Tormuse. Maybe one day, when he'll come here, he'll see everything I did for him. Maybe then we'll be able to, together. My mind is showing me so many things I wish it could be real, but they will be real, because I'm going to make Tormuse mine no matter the cost, even if that means letting go of the club of Monica. All I need is Tormuse. I sit on the floor, my back against the wall, the knife in my hand. It feels so good. Feel the knife against my chest. I'm not weird. Tormuse said so himself. Tormuse is close to me today. We touch each other. I wish we could do it again. More. My body is aching. It's getting worse. When he's not here, my entire body is weird. Cutting won't be enough at some point. Nothing can replace Tormuse's presence. I feel my eyes slowly close as I hold the knife tighter against my chest. Oh, neat. This place. It's a flipped version of MC's room. It feels familiar. Yuri? Haha. Tormuse, you're here. There's something I've been willing to tell you for a while now. You see, I think I love you. After so little time, I know it's not really believable. So I was thinking that I'd like to spend more time with you. And maybe... Sorry, something flashed on the screen. And maybe you'll, so do you accept? Ah, how embarrassing. I'm sorry. Maybe this wasn't the best moment. Anyway, if this is what you really want, then go get it. Show Tormuse everything. All the things about yourself. Show him what excites you, why you think about him. Let go. Just be yourself and live your life to the fullest. Don't be ashamed. Who cares if you like knives? I'm sure Tormuse will love seeing you cut yourself. Well, I'm sorry for interrupting your fantasy. Okay then. What? Who? What's this? There's no noise around me. Tormuse isn't here anymore. I try to speak, but no words come out. There's no door, no window. Let me out. Let me out! Tormuse, let me hear your heartbeat. Let me touch your blood. I gasp for air. My heart is slow, unexpectedly slow. I lazily turn my head to look around the room. I fell asleep on the ground? A pool of blood is formed on my left. My heart skips a beat when my hand touches it. Ah, it's back. It's back. This feeling. Tormuse's face, so clear. I stand up, feeling dizzy. Today I'm going to do even better than yesterday. I'll read with him again. Okay, so we're into the next day now, I guess? But we also have to share poems, don't we? I'll write Tormuse a poem then. Something he won't forget. Something powerful. Something that's a part of me. I bend down to grab a sheet of paper from my bag. I sit down on the floor and I grab Tormuse's pen in my pocket. He loved the one I wrote with his pen yesterday, didn't he? Then I'll make sure this poem is about me. I'll put a part of me on it. Before I start writing, I pick up my knife on the floor. I must have fell asleep. Sorry, it must have fell while I was sleeping, but it's still there. It must have fallen, perhaps. Oh, he's here for me. I put the paper on the floor and I lift my arm above. I put the thin blade of the knife on my forearm. A few drops of blood run down my arm and fall on the paper, making beautiful, irregular patterns. I bled for you before my pen touches the now bloody paper. However, it does it again. His pen in my hand, this warmth in my body, my heart, faster and faster and faster. I won't try to fight anymore. Pleasure isn't a sin. Tormuse wouldn't be against it. I'm going to make sure this poem really is endowed with my scent, with a part of me, of my body. this feels Tormuse, your pen, my poem, together will I feel it. Your power, you, in your pen, in me. I'm sorry, you just kind of have to laugh at it. The paper for my poem, it's perfect. Tormuse will be able to hold a part of me, to touch it. Just thinking about this makes my heart hurt. This time I start writing. The paper is all wet and it's hard to write, but my hand is moving by itself. All the words I couldn't say up until now flowing on the paper with all my feelings for Tormuse. It's always for Tormuse. I was born for him. I finally finished writing my poem. My hands are shaking as I read it once again. Oh, there you go. Hey, even brought in the font. It's not overlapping in the same way that excuse me, that it does in the original. I don't think it's the whole thing. Perfect. You're going to love this. Put the poem in my bag and I stand up. Okay, this is done. I need to shower. I want my blood to be there, but if the others see it, no. I just want Tormies to look at me, not this self-righteous Monica or this childish Natsuki. I sarcastically chuckle as I walk to the bathroom. Taking a shower doesn't really feel good anymore. It would, if it were with Tormies. But right now, I'm merely doing this not to raise suspicions. I feel like I shouldn't hold back with Tormies. Yesterday, when our bodies touched, it was clear there was a connection between us. Will it happen again today? I'll make sure everything goes well. I'll make him... Sorry, something flashed on the screen again. I'll make him read Portrait of I'll make him read it again. I walk out of the bathroom with a clean uniform. This is the last one I have. All the other ones are stained with blood, and I didn't even get the time to clean them yet. I know for sure I'm not cleaning yesterday's, though. Tormies' scent is on it. I walk to the kitchen. Okay. You mentioned he enjoys tea when he joined our club, didn't he? Ah, yes, the special tea. And I'll get him the best one I have. And he's going to love it. I want him to drink my tea. Mine. I put the little box in my bag next to the poem. Alright. Everything's ready. Except maybe on the floor, right where I was writing my poem, is my knife. I pick it up and I close it. Sorry, what? Oh, okay. I guess it's a collapsible knife. People surely won't notice it if it's in my pocket, and it could come in handy if Tormies wants to. I open the door and I head out of my house. As I walk down the stairs, I see someone staring at me from the street. I sigh and I force myself to wave at her. Monica smiles at me. Oh, this thing is going to be Natsuki. Since she's trying to reach morning before this. Anyway. Hi, Yuri. Sleep well? Oh, not really. I was busy writing my poem, all that, you know. I'm glad I can finally go to school. The more time I spend in the club, the more I want to stay in it. Is that so? Monica's frown feels a little out of place. She should be feeling flattered. Good. Shall we go to school together? If you don't mind, I'd rather go alone. Huh. Of course I don't mind. Do what you have to do. Excuse me? Nothing. I'll see you later. I nod as Monica quickly walks away from me. What was that all about? I really don't want to talk to her right now. I just want to talk to him. My fists clench as I imagine Monica talking to Tormies. Oh no. She isn't going anywhere. Is this why she's clearly walking at a faster pace than usual? I decide to do the same, and I walk faster to catch up with her. We're nearing the school, and Monica still doesn't notice me behind her. I'm practically running now. Why is she hurrying so much? I'm sure that's because she wants to talk to Tormies before classes start. Not today. I'm not letting her... Why are you following me? Do you think I hadn't noticed you? Do you seriously expect me to go and talk to Tormies because I don't want you to? No, I don't think I have to do that. Because you're going to do all the work for me. I know it's not fair. But I didn't really plan anything beyond this point. Nothing's going as planned. Let's just do as if nothing happened, alright? Yeah, the glitch effects are a lot more liberal when it's I'm noticing when it's Yuri away from the club. That's one thing I was going to comment on. I notice, having studied the original scripts, all of the glitch effects that were in the club room coincided with when glitch effects happened in the original game. With the exception of when Yuri was sharing a poem with Natsuki. But that's an added scene, so... Anyway. Yeah, we're approaching an hour now. guess I'll go to when she's at the club room. I don't know how much there is between now and then. I'm gonna move on. Get a chill down my spine. In the end, I couldn't even follow Monica. She took a turn and she suddenly vanished. Terminus will most likely already be in class anyway. I don't stop to see if anyone I know is here. I immediately run to my building, in which most of the students are already entering. Okay, stay calm. Look around. Monica isn't here. That's good. But Terminus, where is he? Where is he? I spot him near the door of his classroom. I walk towards him, my heartbeat getting faster and faster with each step. No, come back. Terminus is getting in his classroom. Before I know it, I've stopped walking. Terminus, come back, please. The door closes and I'm left alone here. I don't even bother looking around me to see if anyone's staring at me. At least Monica didn't get to talk to him, so that's good. Put my hand on my chest. My breathing is even more regular than usual. I sigh and I turn around looking at the ground. Just one day of class. Just one, and I'll be able to see him. It's fine. I'll be fine. He'll be fine too. I take a deep breath and I enter my classroom before everyone else. I drop my bag near my chair and I sit down at my desk. I want to get my things out of my bag, but I just can't. Blankly staring at the board. Tormuse, his name, his face, his scent, his warmth, everything in my head, always. I want to hold him closer, I want to touch his skin. Suddenly the club door opens and the students all sit down at their desks. The club door opens? I thought she's in class, not club. I sigh. I hate them. None of them ever try to be the way Tormuse is. I'll show them one day, those soulless beings. They're all so silent, obeying a single person coming here every day. I rest my head in my arms. Even though I can't see anything, it's like I can still see him. My thoughts, my entire being even, are dedicated to him. I keep whispering his name. Tormuse. Today is going to be a long day. I jerk my head up as soon as the bell rings. Yes, finally! A few students stare at me. Instead of looking down, I stare back at them. They exit the room, not saying another word. I chuckle as I pack my things. I climb up the stairs, feeling more and more excited as I get closer to the club room. Before I open the door, I stop by one of the windows to look at my reflection. Make sure to readjust my blazer. I need to be beautiful for Tormuse, after all. My body is his. I nod. What is that? Good, I'll just have to... Hi, you... sorry, I may be bothering you. I'll get going. Without another word, Natsuki opens the door and enters the club room. I decide to forget what just happened. Natsuki can be unpredictable sometimes. I follow her. Of course, Tormuse still isn't here. I'm relieved in a way. Maybe he'd have talked to Natsuki if he were. Thank God. Take a shot. I sit down at my table and I read the poem I wrote this morning several times. Can't wait to share it. Look at the closet. Natsuki's already looking for a book to read. I love to read a little, but I know it wouldn't be the same as reading with Tormuse. I just lay back and I stare at the door, waiting for him to arrive. A minute later, I hear some steps in the corridor. Tormuse! I immediately stand up and I straighten my blazer. I take a deep breath and the door opens. Hi, Tormuse. Okay. Like I said, I was gonna end it when I get to the club room, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna save, and yeah, leave it for another day. Excuse me. Didn't get enough sleep last night, I guess. Yawning a lot. Anyway, yeah. So we're into the home stretch. Probably the next video will be the last, because this is the last day of Act 2. I mean, unless Sugadev went beyond Act 2, but I rumor has it this just goes to the end of Act 2. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, not sure what else to say beyond what I've already said. Yeah, it gets it gets more interesting, more engaging when it gets away from the club room and it gets into stuff that Sugadev wrote on his own. You know, like the Yuri's stream of consciousness when you know, thinking about MC and so on. You know, it becomes. It's more interesting because you can like feel the emotion in the lines, whereas in the clubroom scenes, it just feels stilted and clunky. Again, not as bad as it was in Rain Clouds, but it's still it always it feels like I'm waiting. Like those scenes feel like I'm just waiting around for it to get to the part where there's new stuff. Eh. I mean, it's got some glitch effects to break it up here and there, but yeah. Anyway, that's enough out of me for now. Until next time.